Hi guys, we're back today and we'll be talking about Wiseman Daniel and his story about how he met the prophet TB Joshua, what his relationship with his late master was like. So Wiseman Daniel was visited by Ethiopian delegates who wanted to know more about his relationship with his late master. And during the interview, Wiseman Daniel talked about the life of his late master, how he left an impression on him, and how that impression on him led to him making up his mind to follow the path of the late prophet TB Joshua. So Wiseman Daniel is one of the 5 wise men in the Synagogue Church of All Nations, and he likens his relationship with his late master, late prophet TB Joshua, to that of Elijah and Elisha.
Now, talking about the relationship between I and my late mentor, with due respect, Prophet TB Joshua. Well, I wouldn't be here to tell you how long or how many years I spent with him, because we don't boast in what we do for God. Rather, we boast in what God is doing for us. It is quite obvious that I've spent a long time with him, but I wouldn't be precise, because all glory belongs to God. Now, let me start this way. The relationship between me and my late mentor, Prophet TB Joshua, then could be likened to that of Elisha and Elijah.
And he goes on to explain that the lifestyle of Elijah was that of total, or would you say complete, dedication to God, while that of Elisha was a total commitment, or you could say dedication to his master. And also thinking back, he said Elisha didn't really know God. He didn't know God at all. But when he saw Elijah's lifestyle, he reasoned that if he could submit himself completely to this man of God, he will definitely turn out to be like this man. So that was the reason Elisha submitted himself completely to Elijah, in order for him to gain the anointing, the blessings, the personality of his master Elijah. So Wiseman Daniel says, after Elijah died, Elisha actually, because of his service to his master, did receive the mercy, the strength to go on and to become a greater person than he was, if possible, more than his master. So, Wiseman Daniel met the late prophet TB Joshua at a stage when he was still young. He said he had that yearning for God, but there wasn't anybody to point him in the right direction. But when he met the late prophet TB Joshua, the impression he had of him was that of a very humble human being that had a complete respect for humanity. And that moved him. And after discussing with his family and telling them that, okay, he got to see a man of God, and despite not knowing him, despite him being young, the man of God waved at him and bowed his head that this man must really be a prophet of God. So he decided to see him, get closer to him. When he was able to get an audience with him in his office, he was moved and was amazed by the way the late prophet TB Joshua stood up, shook his hand, and asked him to sit, kind of welcomed him despite him being all that high and him being somewhere below. So he was impressed. And then the late prophet TB Joshua asked him of what he was doing. He told him, I'm done with my school, and for now I plan to be an engineer, but I've seen your work and I want to take this path. The prophet was okay with it and he welcomed him. He got him to sit in a service, and during the service he was amazed by the prophet because this man didn't need to have contact with somebody in order to deliver the person. He said he stood on the altar and raised his hands, and people got delivered, people got healed, miracles happened, and that made him seal his mind on the fact that he was going into the ministry of God. Wiseman Daniel said that one of the things the late prophet TB Joshua taught him when he took them to the mountain for prayers was that one should never undermine a human being, regardless of appearances. Respect all human beings, because there's always more than meets the eye. It could be an angel you are neglecting, you never know, because angels can come in different forms. It could be that destitute person, it could be that sick person, it could be that elderly person, it could be that poor beggar down the street, it could be just somebody you wouldn't really have a second thought about, so it could, heaven works in mysterious ways and in different ways, so that one shouldn't undermine a fellow human being. And this journey towards becoming a man of God, this journey that took him to where he is today, wasn't easy. It was difficult. It sometimes brought him to tears.
And I promise myself, and I promise God, I will never, for any sacrifice, any situation, leave him except he says, you are free to go. I waited patiently in all odds, in all circumstances that were beyond my control. I still remained until he released me.
It took a lot of perseverance and a lot of learning, but when the time was right, when the time for him to go arrived, he got the revelation. And also his master called him and told him that it's time. He said he called him happily, and also telling him that he has equipped him with everything God asked him to, and that he should do some things, just give him directions to follow, to pray before starting out on his journey. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the story, and always tune in for other videos like this. Thanks and bye.